Hi friends, welcome back. So I'm in a new location today. I've actually got the day off work today. No real reason, I just fancied booking the odd day off. So I'm filming this on a Friday, and where I usually film during the week, that's where my boyfriend works from. So he's currently in that room working, so I need a different setup to film from. So I'm currently in my lounge. So that's why we've got a little bit of a different background going on today, and I am working solely with natural light today. And I want to do a full face of new makeup. Some of this makeup is newer than others. And I thought this would be a good way for me to kind of just play with all the new makeup that I've bought recently. Now, I don't have new makeup for every single category of makeup within my collection, so there are going to be some bits that are Project Pan, but mostly it is fairly new makeup. So I'm gonna start off with my new primer. This is the Vieve Skin Nova. I bought this back in January, and I have mentioned that worked fine, obviously, typically, but I have mentioned before when I've talked about this product in videos that I'm not particularly keen on the pump because, like I say, I bought it in January, so it is pretty new. I do have a good amount of product still left in it. And I find the pump doesn't work that well. I can spend ages just pumping away on the pump and nothing comes out. But then, typically, it worked fine. Now, as a standalone primer, I don't feel like it does much in terms of changing the appearance of my skin. But when I put foundation based products over the top, they do layer really nicely over the top. They blend in really beautifully. So I wouldn't really use this as like a standalone product. I don't really feel like it's kind of done too much to my skin, but it is nice for makeup to go on over the top. Now, this does have like skincare properties in mind, so I think it has like vitamin E in it as well. So it is a makeup product that has skincare ingredients and qualities in it. And I have heard from people who have used this pretty much every single day that the condition, the appearance, the texture of their skin has changed. It feels plumper, it feels more hydrated, so that is pretty good for a makeup product. But yeah, as a standalone product, I don't feel like my skin looks any different. My lips are feeling really dry, so I'm going to put on one of my new lip glosses. I've bought in 5 new lip glosses to my collection. This one is the Vieve Lip Dew in Pesca, and this is meant to be a light peach. However, I don't think it makes my lips look peachy. Shall I zoom you in a little bit? There we go, that's a little bit better. But yeah, I don't feel like that's made my lips look particularly peachy. Now, I guess it does kind of depend on the natural colour of your lips anyway. My lips naturally are very pale. They're a very pale blue-based pink. So it's going to take a lot for a lip gloss to add some kind of colour to my lips, but I do think this is a really nice product. This is what I want the original Lip Dew to be like. I don't like all the glitter that's in the original Vieve Lip Dew, so I would buy this again, but just treat it like a clear lip gloss. So I really like this one. I'm very, very impressed with this, but I wouldn't rely on it as a peach lip gloss. Nothing new here. This is just my Bobbi Brown corrector. I do want to film an updated full face of Vieve makeup. I did put out one of those last year sometime, but since then Vieve has come out with a lot more makeup, and I've bought a lot more of the makeup as well. I tend to buy most of the makeup releases from Vieve, so I would like to film an updated full face of Vieve makeup. So that will be coming sometime in the next sort of 2-3 weeks possibly. My newest foundation, one that I have mentioned a couple times on my channel, the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Serum. And I used to sort of like drop this on my hand and then rub a brush into my hand, but how I apply this now is I do use the pipette, but I don't let the pipette touch my face. So I do like put my head back, drop some product onto my face, and then quickly just take a brush and blend it in. And this, oh, I love this. I spoke about this in my makeup products I would buy if I was starting from scratch, because this provides a really light but skin-like finish, so you do get a bit of coverage. So I wouldn't use this on days where I do need a bit more coverage. So if I do have like more pigmentation going on, spots or anything, I wouldn't go in with this because I just need a little bit more coverage. But on days where I want a little bit of something, but I want a really natural effect, this is just perfect. And this is the foundation that I've just been reaching for above all of my others. Nothing new here either. This is just a mini NARS concealer that's currently in my project pan. So just putting this on areas where I need a little bit more coverage. Got some red cheeks going on, a couple of little blemishes. What is new is my new clear eyebrow gel. This is the NYX Control Freak. I've had this before, and I used to think that this was kind of very similar, like on a par with the Benefit, what's the clear one called? The 24-hour brow setter. But having just recently panned that, I do prefer the Benefit one. The brush is a lot finer, you have more control over it. I feel like it's better at sort of setting my brows. I don't feel like this one sets my brows as well. So I wouldn't repurchase this one, but I do have a couple of eyebrow pencils that I want to use up. So I'm just buying this and using this in conjunction with the pencils. And once I've used up all of them, I'll then start using a tinted brow gel. It's quite a dark day today. The sun keeps kind of coming in and out, so hopefully this isn't going to affect too much the light in this video. But that's the thing with working with natural light, you've got to work with the sun kind of coming in and out. And also my cat is going scatty in the background, so if you can hear anything, it's him. It's been a bit annoying, to be honest. I just want to film, and he's like, no, I want attention. So a new bronzer, I've spoken about this one as well. This is the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in the shade Light. So I used up Butter Biscuit by Fenty. When was that? Was that beginning of this year, or was that? No, it wasn't beginning of this year, I don't think. I think it was end of last year. And I wanted a cream bronzer to replace it, but I didn't really want to spend a lot of money. And also the ones that I was tempted to buy, so like the Makeup by Mario one, the Rare Beauty one, they were all sold out in my shades everywhere. And funnily enough, I did get an email this morning actually from Space NK being like, oh, your Rare Beauty wishlist item is back in stock. So in the meantime, I did buy this Revolution one, and I really love this. I think this is so easy to work with. It's so buildable. Initially it does apply quite pigmented, but when you blend it out, it is a really wearable, natural, fresh bronze. So a good beginner's one, but just be a little bit light-handed. Don't get your brush and like really swirl into a product. Do build it up gradually. So a very natural, radiant, healthy looking bronze. Obviously you can go in a little bit more if you want much more of that kind of real sculpted bronze, but for me, where I like my makeup to be quite kind of natural and fresh and radiant, I don't like going in with a load of bronzer. Also because I've got a cream blusher I want to apply, and then powder versions as well. So the next new product, another one that I've kind of spoken about a couple of times before on my channel, is by Vieve, and it's the Sunset Blush Balm in the shade Pesca. This as well is beautiful. I tend to just put a line on my face. This is another one that's really easy to sort of build up. It's not a real whack of pigment, so quite a kind of beginner friendly, easy to use blusher, and beautiful for that kind of natural flush of colour on your cheeks, but nothing too intense. And it's really quick and easy to blend out as well. So if you're in a rush in the morning or in the evening or whenever and you want to quickly put some makeup on, done. It's that quick, it's that easy. So love that for its simplicity, but also for how beautiful it is. And I did originally think that this would be quite a slow product to get through, but this is like my favourite blusher at the moment, so I think I would get through this fairly quickly. Just going to go back to the brows now that the brow gel has set, and whilst my cream cheek products set, this is the NYX Micro Brow. Very, very close to using this up, so I'm not really too sure when I'm uploading this video whether or not I have finished this off or not. but I'm very, very close to doing so. Nothing new here with what I'm setting my under eyes and T-zone with. This is my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. This is always the powder that I use to set my face with. And I'm just going to add in a bit more bronze and blusher onto my face using the Vieve Bronzing Duo in the shade Light, and then the Vieve blusher in the shade Pesca, so the exact same shade as the blush balm but just a powder version. Gonna prime my eyelids. Now, I don't have any new eyeshadows in my collection because I'm trying not to buy any new eyeshadows at the moment for this year, actually, because I have far too many. And if I wasn't so easily tempted, and if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I wouldn't really buy eyeshadows because I'm not a massive wearer of eyeshadow. I much prefer lip products. So I'm going to use my Revolution Reloaded Hypnotic palette, which is one of my most recent palettes. I got this end of last year, November time I think, and I got it as a dupe for ABH Sultry. Now the quality is okay, it's a bit hit and miss, and Revolution products are a bit like that anyway, especially their eyeshadows, I would say. I mean, it's okay, it kind of does the job. I think the mattes are better than the shimmers, but it was £5. So, although saying that, I think my Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette was £5 as well, and that performs a lot better than this one does. So I'm going to go for a bold, bright lipstick, so I don't want to be doing too much on the eyes. I think I'm just going to do a little bit of like brown in the crease. Wow, we're really bright now the sun's come out. And then a bit of shimmer on the lid, I think, and then that'll be it for the eyes. I haven't really used this palette much recently because I've been doing my Pan in Every eyeshadow palette, and I haven't included this palette and my Wet n Wild one because they're fairly new to my collection, so I don't feel the need to kind of pan any shades in them yet. But actually, as I'm not really using them, I think I will soon start including them in that challenge, because otherwise they're just gonna not get used at all. Yeah, those mattes are fine, but I think from memory the shimmers are difficult to work with. Yeah, I mean that's not really showing up at all, is it? Let's try it with my finger. Yeah, I think these need some sort of like glitter primer underneath, which I do have, so I need to bear that in mind whenever I use this palette then. Yeah, mattes are fine, glitters, the shimmers, not so much. Nothing new here as well. This is my Ico brown liquid liner in my project pan. Right, a new mascara, but again it's another one that I have kind of spoken about a couple of times on my channel. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High mascara. It's in the shade brown, and I found with my previous tubing mascara I was using, which I can't really remember what it was now, it might have been the Clinique Lash Power mascara. Tubing mascaras don't really like give much kind of curl to your lashes, so what I thought I would do is get like a volumizing, curling, standard mascara, use that first, and then go in over the top with my standard tubing mascara, so I then don't get any flaking or any smudging. And this one is a lovely volumizing mascara. I don't feel the need to curl my lashes with this. However, the tubing mascara I'm now using, I feel like that one's very good at curling my lashes, so this one here is a little bit obsolete at the moment. It's not really necessary for me to kind of layer up my mascaras now, but I tend to do it anyway just so I can get a kind of double whammy of curl. I do naturally have quite good lashes. They're very long. I've got lots of them, but they are quite straight. So these two mascaras really do help to kind of add some curl. And then this is that tubing mascara. This is also by Maybelline, and this is Snap Mascara. Alright, lastly let's do lips, and I have bought in quite a few lip products into my collection recently, and the reason for that is because I love having a really good selection and variety of lip products to go for. Last year I felt like not many of my lip products sort of like suited my complexion and my skin tone, etc. So now that I know that I'm in autumn, I have kind of stocked up on autumn shades, mostly from House of Colour. So where I've got my list here, where I've kind of made note of all the makeup that I bought this year, I have bought 1, 2, 3, 4 lipsticks, a liquid lip, 3 lip liners and 4 lip glosses from House of Colour. They did have an extra 15% off recently for Valentine's Day, so I did take that as an opportunity to buy some more products. So I'm gonna wear a couple of my new ones. I have 3 lip liners. One is in a coral, one's a nude, and one's like a rust colour. So the lipstick I'm going to go for is one of the rusts. So I'm going to use my rust lip liner. This is in the shade Russet. This came down to about £7 something, I think. So not bad for a lip liner. And I was wondering what the quality of these ones would be like, but they are really good lip liners. They're just a standard pencil, but they are like, I'll explain first and then put it on. They are like very pigmented. They're quite kind of creamy to apply as well, and they do stay for a good amount of time, and you do get quite like a nice crisp line. So I do enjoy these lip liners. I do think they are very good, and it's nice as well to have lip liners that match my lipsticks from House of Colour rather than relying on the lip liners that I currently have. And I decided to do that on top of the lip gloss because I feel like my lips just need a bit more hydration today. So the next product, the lipstick I'm going to apply, is 308 True Terracotta. I have not tried this one yet, but I wanted more of an orange lipstick. Where I've got a couple of like orangey bits of clothing in my wardrobe, I wanted more of an orange lipstick to go with that. And I'd seen really good reviews on this one as part of like the Facebook groups for autumns. Not tried it yet, so let's see what this one's like. That's pretty. So I've blotted that with a tissue and then went in with another layer of the lipstick, and then because that took away some of the lip gloss underneath, I did put just a little bit of that back on again. But that is the lipstick. I really like that shade. That is definitely what I was after. I was after that kind of vibrant orange, and I like that it's got like a little bit of red behind it, so it's not just like a pure orange. Definitely one of my brighter lipsticks from House of Colour, so I think this one would be beautiful in the spring and summer months. But yeah, very happy with that, and I like that the fact that it's kind of brought a bit more kind of like life into this makeup look as well, because the eyes are kind of like non-existent with that eyeshadow palette. So yeah, well done the lipstick for bringing a bit of like colour and vitality into this makeup. So this is my full face of new makeup into my collection then. So I'm pretty happy with the result. The only thing that I am kind of slightly disappointed in is this eyeshadow palette. I do definitely need to start playing with this one a bit more, and I think maybe in the next Pan in Every Eyeshadow palette update I'll start including this one and the Wet n Wild palette, and then maybe if I start using like the glitter primer underneath some of the shimmers, these will work a bit better. But lovely colours. I just wish the kind of colour payoff was a bit better. But everything else I really like. I love the L'Oreal Tinted Plumping Serum. I love the Vieve Lip Dew. That's a brilliant lip gloss, as are my House of Colour lip glosses, by the way, as well. Those are super pigmented, but they didn't really kind of like have a place in this video. And then the Vieve Liquid Blusher as well, along with the Revolution Cream Bronzer. So yeah, very happy with most of my kind of new purchases into my collection. So yes, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe if you haven't as well. And I will see you very soon for my next video. Thank you guys. Bye.